Hello and welcome to another Anime in UK, aka the Tired Edition, because we have come back from the wonderful
Kokorocon yesterday, and we're all very tired.
So we've got drink. What have you got, Rebecca? What is Rebecca keeping herself up with? Coca-Cola, and I have Mountain Dew Game Fuel Mystic Punch. So this is going to be very interesting. So when I open it up, I've never tried this before. It's either going to be amazing or horrible.
That's the one that you got me for my birthday.
I think so. Is it any good?
No.
Thanks for giving me the warning. Well, it's going to be crap. Right, so we're here today to talk about, of course, the new anime season starting. I think it's been a while. We're not going to go through every single episode thing, because we got to the point where we started going through every single thing, and we're just like, oh, look, another isekai. So I think we're just going to pick out 3 anime each. I'm pretty sure you can find 3 anime you're going to want to see.
Oh, there's only I think only 2 I can pick out.
That's understandable. You'll probably end up picking out something I want to watch as well. So I think what I'll do is you can pick out your 2 first. So Rebecca, what is the first anime you're going to be telling us about today to check out?
Well, you're probably going to see this hype everywhere because there seems to be a lot of hype for this anime.
Yeah.
Even though the characters they have completely butchered the character designs.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to be interested to see how they handle Kaiju number 8.
Yeah.
Production IG anime.
Mm-hmm.
Kaiju animation by Studio Kara, which is Anno's half with Guy Nash Studio.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is a very interesting thing.
Mm-hmm.
Both the opening and the ending are done by Western artists.
That's interesting. Now, this is of course not the first time something like that's been done. I believe Oasis sung the opening titles to Eden of the East, if I'm correct.
Yeah, and they had those things you sing Hell because that costs a lot. It costs a lot of money to license songs.
Mm-hmm.
As we all know, with the lack of Flying to the Moon on Evangelion releases.
Yeah, and trust me, I've checked with the people who do that releases, and they've told me how much money it is, and there was no way. Literally, the box set would have cost £200, and it would have had nothing but the episodes on it. That's how much those rights cost.
Yeah, rights is a. Would you like a synopsis?
Yes, please. Could you read the manga? So you're gonna definitely.
Yeah, I read the manga.
Yeah.
The manga is very hugely popular.
Yeah.
It's like one of the. I think it's more popular in the West than it is in Japan.
Ah, so like Fairy Tail or something like that.
Yeah. I think when the first one of the manga came out over here, over in first English, but I think they sold over 1 million copies. Don't quote me on that, but
Yeah.
it sells a lot.
Yeah. So what's it actually about? Because I've actually not seen, like, all I saw was I think they had a booth of it at Japan Expo 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So the hype train was even starting back then, and that was Crunchyroll. So
Yeah. Right. Grotesque Godzilla-like monsters called kaiju have been appearing around Japan for many years. To combat these beasts, an elite military unit known as the Defense Corps risk their lives to protect civilians. Once a creature is called sweepers, working under the professional kaiju kingdom corporation, are left to dispose of its remains. Camp Kibino, a 32-year-old man, is unsatisfied with his job as a sweeper. From a young age, he has aspired to join the Defense Corps and kill kaiju to a living. After a few failed attempts, however, he has gave up on the streets and resigned himself to the community crossing that provide a decent paycheck. Nevertheless, when an ambitious 18-year-old recruit named Leno Ishikawa joins his cleaning team, Kafka is once again reminded of his desire to join the military. Following a chain of unfortunate events and an interaction with the junior sweeper, Kafka encounters a parasite-like kaiju that forces its way in through his mouth turning him into a humanoid monster. With his newfound powers, Kafka aims to give his lifelong dream a final try. Now, what does that remind you of?
I mean, at the moment, I feel this could be the perfect sort of time for something like this to come out.
Yeah.
Because you may have noticed Godzilla is just taking W after W right now. I mean, we had the wonderful...
Godzilla won an Oscar.
Yes. And I mean, that was a really wonderful film. And I'm actually going to go and see Godzilla Kong tomorrow.
It's actually really good, Godzilla Kong.
Yeah, everyone... I mean, they say go into it. I think the best example I've seen is there's a picture of like a really nice looking steak with -1 underneath it, and then it has the Kong, the new Godzilla Kong, and it's like a really sort of greasy, juicy burger, and it's like, yeah, these are these two films, you know. Technically, the steak is always going to be better, but sometimes you do just want a greasy burger. So I'm really looking forward to it. I feel like as long as it keeps the spirits to more the 70s and 60s movies, where they're just like, yeah, monsters fight each other. There's not much plot, but monsters fight each other. It's just going to be a really good time. And I think this could be like an absolutely amazing time for something like this to come out. I know it's not an official Godzilla property, but people are going to see that, and they're going to get in. They're going to get into all the Godzilla media. So something like this right now, you know, would be like the absolute perfect. It's just the perfect storm. Especially as you're saying, it seems like this is appealing to more a Western market. Everybody's going to be thinking about Godzilla now after them seeing Godzilla Kong. So
I was more thinking Attack on Titan.
Yeah, it's true. I just now I think of that. It does. I mean, of course, I'm a big kaiju fan, so when I hear this, I'm thinking of the kaiju aspect. I mean, it sounds like it's a every man goes and fights kaiju like story. Oh yes, you got the merchandise. Isn't that available?
Yes, this is at the back. This is available at the Banco Namco Gashapon shop. We've got one of these in Brighton.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw this, like, crap, I've got to go get some of this.
Yeah. I must say, we've been lucky enough to actually work alongside these guys. They have a very good store. I went down to Ealing Broadway to go and do a video. Really lovely little shop there. Really lovely actually little shopping centre. They have a Popeyes. Thinking about Popeyes from this weekend, that's later on we can talk about.
I didn't even have Popeyes.
What? You didn't have Popeyes? No Popeyes breakfast?
I had Jolly Bees.
I had Jolly Bees. I had a Jolly Burger. That's all I had from Jolly Bees one of the days. Because I was like, go to McDonald's or go to Jolly Bees. And then later that night, I was like, I really want chicken McNuggets. So I ended up in McDonald's anyway. So... like go to Nottingham, all those chicken places, and you end up in McDonald's or chicken McNuggets. It's like
cringe. Absolutely fucking cringe.
Oh, I can talk about my chicken adventures in later on in the Kokorocon section. So it's good to see they've already bringing over the merchandise, because sometimes even in Japan, sometimes you go over there, when you're going over there, they'll only have very little merchandise for this series that are actually airing. Normally, it's only if it's something like Super Sentai, where they build the toys like a year in advance, and that's how everything gets leaked, because they're like,
lots of collectibles announced for Kaiju number 8.
They really do have faith in this. I see what you mean. This could be like the new Attack on Titan. I think it could just.
Like they announced the main sort of gang is Nendroids, and there's there's Fig arts have already started on pre-order.
Yeah.
So there's quite a bit of stuff.
That shows you, because I mean, has stuff like Delicious in the Dungeon got Nendroids yet?
Yes.
They do have their Nendroids announced.
They do have an Nendroid. I mean, it's a Trigger production. Of course they have.
Oh yeah, true. They would. They probably would.
And also, since the show's on Netflix, we're going to flip and buy them. More on that later. Yeah,
because there's a big series coming out, and they've announced it for both Crunchy and Netflix, which I could
see. But that's not out till the end of the year.
Yeah, But yeah, that's going to be very interesting to see.
And lots more animes coming on like Netflix now. Was it that it's like they got the original Yu Yu Hakusho on Netflix?
Yeah, and Spy Family's on Netflix. It seems like the stuff that does well on Netflix, no, on Crunchy, they're going to bring over to Netflix eventually, which is really good because people will hear about shows and they'll be like, I'm not going to get Crunchy, you know, more than normie people. I'm not going to get Crunchyroll, just watch that. And then they'll be like, oh, look, yeah, the first two series, is like the third series, Spy Family.
My brother to watch stuff on Netflix, and I got most Hero Academia on Netflix.
Yeah, that's the one I'm noticing. They're slowly pushing it up, and it just more people get to see it. So it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, Kaiju Break doesn't have the best story, but we're not watching it. We're probably not watching it for the story. We're watching it to watch kaijus punch each other.
About to say, most Godzilla films don't have the best story, so it's in good company.
Yeah, we're all here for kaijus punching the crap out of each other.
So, I think you may have found, because I know you like your Shonen Jump, you may have found us another hit here. This actually does it. I will be watching this. So I'm really looking forward to Kaiju number.
It's also got a simul-dub.
Splendid. I'm really looking forward. I'll be able to watch it with everyone and have a really good time. Right, Rebecca, what's the other series you're looking forward to this season?
Not so much, but it's going to be interesting to see how Hero Academia Second 7 goes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put my hands up. I've gotten really, 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 really behind on Hero Academia season 7. I mean, I'm on season 5.
Watch season 6.
Nope.
Are you going to have to binge season 6?
I will binge it at some point.
You'll binge it at some point. But Bones have got you there because before season 7 truly starts, we've got 4 recap episodes.
Actually, maybe just me worth watching them.
We let you have 4 recap episodes. Probably because like 100 or so. There's over 100 or so episodes at this point.
That's good. That's good.
Some not so good.
Yeah.
We need to refresh the story. Because it's going to be like the final season because the manga's very nearly finished.
Do you think they're going to pull an Attack on Titan and have about 3 final seasons?
Yes. Knowing how slow the manga can get at times.
It'll be like Hero Academia final season, Hero Academia final season 2.
Here's Academia final season 3. We're really serious this time.
And then they go and reach final season 4. This is the one we really meant. This is actually pretty good, this Gaming Fuel.
That's good.
Yeah. I did enjoy Hero Academia from what I saw. I think it was the 5th series where a lot of Shonen Jump syndrome comes in, or released with the anime, where fights started really slowing down and it felt like they were like trying to drag it out. I didn't like the fact that the focus kind of went just to 3 characters. I actually did feel Hero Academia did do a really good job at like showcasing most of its cast. It feels a bit like Bleach, where it's like, hey, let's add a load of new characters without developing onto the characters we already have. But at least it has that problem a lot later on than Bleach. Like, they actually did develop a load of the characters they already had. It's just a shame that it kind of just goes to the 3 boys do everything now.
Yeah. That is the problem with Hero Academia. But there's some things that happen.
Yeah.
There's some things that happen that there's some interesting places the manga goes, to be honest, which is quite good. I mean, some soft bits disappoint, but
yeah,
some of the bits of manga were disappointing.
Yeah.
Let's go see how much they're going to adapt.
And then again, sometimes the anime can be an attempt to correct some of the mistakes the manga has made. Like, even the creator sometimes can actually give them the blessing, going, I admit that, I regret them doing that. Like, we can at least do it differently. Like,
and also we got the 4th movie coming out this year.
I was about to say, I've not seen a Hiroaka movie come out for a while.
The 4th movie's coming out this year.
Yeah, splendid.
And of course, I'm going to see if I can try and go see that.
It will definitely be in cinemas. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I think some of the hype here after has gone down from where it was.
Yeah.
But it's like, I do eventually want to do a Hero Academia panel at conventions.
That could be an interesting one.
There's lots of stuff to go into and tap into some of the fan bases.
I mean, there's still a lot of Hero Academia cosplayers.
Yeah. Also, there's Kokorocon and Minami-Con, and there's the USJ collaboration.
I know.
At Universal Studios Japan.
Which my sister's going to, and she was actually around earlier and said, hey, I need to know. I showed her what to try and pick up. So unless they're sold out, they should get it for you.
Well, what was not the boys, so we're fine.
Yeah, oh, I was about to say, because I was there at the Jujutsu Kaisen one, all the girls. Literally, it was Panda and all the girls. So I was like, I think Rebecca will be okay, because not these sort of series, everybody goes crazy for the boys, not the girls. Their fan bases. Right. Should I talk about the anime I'm looking forward to? This coming.
We're going to have Tim not shut up for once.
I'm going to punish, I'm going to, as a joke, start going on about. Well, I guess the one we have kind of already reviewed this on this channel. Of course, we do have the new series of Demon Slayer, the Hashima's training arc. I mean, it's Demon Slayer. It's really well animated, and what's not to like? Of course, we get a sneak preview of it in the to the training arc, or to the I'm trying to remember what the bloody movie was called. It was the training Hashima training movie. Road to Hashima Training. What a weird name for a movie that essentially was 2 episodes put together. But that's how things work in Japan. They've been doing that since the 60s. It's to the point where if they didn't do that, we wouldn't have Gundam and we wouldn't have Yamato, because both their recap movies saved both those franchises because nobody saw it the first time around on television. True story. So if you're ever going to say, why do they do stuff like this? It's like, yeah, they've been doing it for years, and B, literally, it probably saved 2 of the biggest franchises in Japan for them doing this. I do have a feeling this arc may be a bit slow because it does feel like they're hyping up the last arc. But
yeah, and also Demon Slayer makes a ton of money in Japan.
So any chance to like maybe slow the story down. My thing on Demon Slayer, it's really, really good, but you must have loads and loads of episodes to watch at once.
Is it a binge?
It's a binge show. For me, it's a binge show. So I probably won't be watching it this season per se until a lot of it's out. And I probably will have I'll have a spell of probably watching up to like episode 5 or 6. And then I'll save those last few episodes for if there's another recap movie. So I can just stop just before the recap movie and see it on the big screen. Because trust me, seeing the last episode of Season 3, the Swordsmith Village, on an IMAX screen, it was like, I'm so glad I waited because it was so damn good. You could see like every inch of animation sort of on that damn screen. And I was like, yes, I am so happy I waited. Even though I didn't like it as much as the arc before, Entertainment District. Entertainment District's been the best arc so far. But everybody's favourite ninja does return this arc, so I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm happy we're actually getting we're actually getting some of the most popular characters showing up in the franchise doing stuff. Right, the next show I am looking forward to. This is actually, I believe, a complete reboot of this franchise. It's not a continuation. Of course, Spice and Wolf. I need to check the full title. It's Spice and Wolf, Merchant Meets the Wise Wolf. So I presume that's how they're going to like go, okay, which Spice and Wolf are you talking about? I really like Spice and Wolf. It's been a long time since I saw it, but I remember really liking the show. Of course, it's based on a novel, so that's going to be interesting to see how they adapt, how they adapt it. Whether they do the brotherhood thing, going fast forward, and now we're to the point where everything, we didn't adapt, or will they just go a very different? Maybe will they do a sort of a Trigun Stampede? Maybe keep in spirit of the original series, but really go off in a different direction. It'll be really interesting to see, considering how well Trigun Stampede was received. What are you going to check this series out, or are you not really?
I might actually.
Yeah.
Of course, I rebooted it, and it was hugely.
Yeah.
It was hugely popular back in the day.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what modern take on Spice and Wolf is now that all the novels are now completed.
Yeah, that's always a help, because I think sometimes when they're adapting things and it's not ready, I guess we could kind of get the original Fruits Basket problem, where they kind of accidentally do something in the first series that if they had continued, it would have been very hard for them to course correct, or pretty much they wouldn't have been able to course correct it. And I mean, that was one of the reasons they weren't given a second series, was because they were like, you screwed up way too much. Well, probably the author didn't want to tell them what the plot twist was. Because I do understand that sometimes with the author, they're like, hey, we're going to do something that may not necessarily be in the manga. They normally do have to get some sort of permission. Because I know in Naruto, apparently they were always told Naruto can't kill anyone. So that's why those sort of filler arcs, there's a lot of sort of like Naruto just falling short of killing someone. They were like kind of told very like thingy, like, no, he can't kill anyone, because it's like we kind of want to do something with that, which I don't think they ever really did. But yeah, there'll be always like certain things they'll be like, yeah, you can't do that because I'm setting this character up to do this and that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Of course, it's about a cute wolf girl who finds a merchant, and it's literally like The Apprentice, the anime. But there's no Sir Alan Sugar or Donald Trump if you're living in America. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger hosts that show now in America. So yeah, it's literally mostly just about business and how he does business. And he has this awesome wolf girl with him. And hijinks normally happen. And it was a really good series. I remember really enjoying both. Like, I remember getting the DVDs from Manga Entertainment. Do you remember those DVDs? Do you remember Manga Entertainment?
Of course. Rip.
Because you do that. You go to Comic-Con. And I always used to like going to their store, because they'd always have like, because that's when they started sending the little box sets, the really cheap box sets, and you just go through and they'd always have stuff on sale for like £5 or £10, and you go through and go, okay, what new anime can I sort of check out? And you just go through and you like see something like I remember, I think I literally saw Spice and Wolf like on sale for £10. I was like, oh, it's like, yeah, this looks really good. I remember like taking it home and being like, oh, cool, I can't wait until I go back to Comic-Con and there's going to be another sale on, and I hope season 2 is in that sale. And it was like, okay, cool, season 2 time now. And it was like, it was a cool way to watch the series. It shows you how different we've like ways we watch the series. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to Spice and Wolf. I'm just trying to think if there is anything else that I'm looking forward to seeing. Oh, we got Konosuba season 3. I haven't catched up on season 2 yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be a huge wait for that series, because I remember going to Japan the second time and season 2 was getting promoted.
What one was that?
Konosuba, God Bless This Wonderful World.
Yes. People wanting season 3 for ages.
Yeah, so it's wild to think how long we've had to wait for it. Of course,
Finally here.
I always called it It's Always Sunny, the Ikigai.
It's probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, it's very self-aware. I mean, of course, when it came out, the first two came out, Ikigai series weren't as, populated. They hadn't become a trope yet. Like, Sword Art Online was still charming. Now I look at Sword Art Online, I want to cry. Even though I will say this, the reboot movies are decent, even though the second one wasn't as good, but they're better. You want to watch some good Sword Art Online material. Just saying that. But yeah, it's interesting to see how long this series has come out, and it's literally the genre it's from is. I think it's going to be one of these ones that everyone's either going to go, "Oh, great, this third series was worth the wait," or the opposite. Everyone's going to say it was really bad. Why did we have to wait for so long for another series? Like it will kind of kill any interest in the series. But I hope it's enjoyable. I hope we get some good memes from it. And I hope our favourite explosion girl does some more crazy shit. As for anything else, I think that's really it. I'm not going to go through every single series. It's like stuff I've not seen, like the first series to... Oh, look, Data Live's getting another series. That's popular. Magic High School, that's good. Laid Back Camp's getting another series. That's good to see. Shall we play a quick fire round of our favourite game, Rebecca? Will this get released in UK cinemas?
Okay.
It's always fun to play this. Because before we did just go through everything and it just became too much oh, look, another Ikigai I don't really have. Oh my god, have they got a Formula 1 anime coming out? So hopefully one of these shows here turns out to be something really good and we can look back at this and go, wow, we just got... Okay, Bartender, that's something I want to see. I didn't realise that was getting a remake. I've not seen the original, but people raved. I think someone at Anime Limited literally one of the staff members got a DVD release over here because they were just we love it so much. We don't mind if it's not going to sell well. We just know it has a really passionate fan base who would buy a DVD. I thought for a second Digimon had come back, but it hadn't.
No, I mean, there'll probably be an anniversary for release this year.
Yeah. Oh, good news, everybody. The series Sezo-san has been renewed. It has been running every single season since 1969. No! Yippee! So, you Sezo-san fans, don't worry. You got plenty more laid back slice of life. So, let's do this. Bocce the Rock the movie. Very likely.
Yes.
Very likely to receive some sort of cinema release, like normal cinema release. Blue Lock, episode Neji.
Yes.
Yes! Very likely. Weird, once upon a time we'd be maybe the film festival. No, these two definitely will receive.
Blue Lock is very popular.
Especially as it being a football anime, that will probably receive.
I went to a bubble tea shop and someone had a Blue Lock stand, taking pictures of it.
Oh, nice. Blue Lock was very popular in Japan. Code Geass. I can't believe it's still making Code Geass stuff. I'm not sure that may be an OVA, actually. It's weird they put it in with the movies. If it's a movie, I could see it getting some sort of release over here. That'd be Bandai. I think that'd be Anime Limited. Okay, we got Look Back. I think this is a Studio Durham. So it's about...
That's Chainsaw Man's author.
That'll get some sort of release, probably from something like Anime Limited. They like releasing that sort of thing.
It's like it's a really long one shot. It's really good, by the way.
Yeah, that will probably, if it has a Chainsaw Man attached to it, I could see them doing that, putting that. Okay, this one looks interesting. Was it Trapezium? It is done by Cloverworks.
Ooh.
So that could be some sort of. I mean, at the moment, the only problem is Anime Limited will be releasing so much. I could see potentially them just being a bit like, we can't release everything in cinema, like mainly. So some of these will probably be going to their Scotland Loves Anime Film Festival, which maybe we will actually show up to this year. I actually would like to go and visit.
You keep saying this,
every
don't you?
year. And then that's normally clashes.
Clash of the Kokorocon.
Clashes with Kokorocon and normally clashes with Japan. So, can't say much more about that at the moment. But again, I mean, I can't really say much more about that. That's what I could say about this. Oh, here's a movie you're like, Rebecca.
What?
Una Muse, Pretty Derby, beginning of the new era.
That sounds awesome, but that would not get a UK release.
Maybe in like a film festival, I could see them putting that in, but not.
No, but no chance for a UK release.
Okay, this next one's going to be an interesting one because it's already had 27, or this is its 27th movie, and the first 26, 0 of them have ended up in UK cinema. But the way they are pushing this series abroad, I could see them potentially trying to put this in somewhere. Because it is Detective Conan movie 27. He looks like he's fighting Kiddo again because he's popular.
Right.
He's like, the most popular character. I think one day someone like Anime Limited has got to go and take a chance on Conan. Because it's getting a dub. It's getting dubbed again. It's ridiculously popular in a lot of other countries. And I think what they're doing is they're releasing a lot of the recap movies that recap like most of the major arcs. Because Conan is a good fun show to watch, sit down and watch, but I can see like people are going to be put off by the 1,000+ episodes.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, like these recap movies actually could come in handy for if anybody trying to push start it. Of course, it's known as Case Close in English.
Case Close in Western audiences.
Fun fact, it was just done because they were worried that Conan O'Brien would sue them. And Conan O'Brien ended up actually putting a whole piece in this show where he tried to, he actually went to Conan Town and gave everyone burgers. It was really, really funny. So I think that may potentially be a film festival. One of these days, I think they're going to try and push Conan over here.
They're going to try.
It's going to happen, whether it's this one or another one. I think the direction we're going in, it makes sense. And even if it's like stuff like Slam Dunk, they put that in the cinema with no anime release at all. And it was very popular. Because
and even the manga's now got a second wave of popularity.
Yeah, so I think they're going to look at something like that and go, well, Slam Dunk was really popular. And that, never had any real popularity in the Western, or at least the English-speaking market. And, they could go, okay, Conan, there's a lot of Conan that we could release really quickly if we, just play our cards right. Then we got a Dear Friend, or Automatically Dear Friend. I don't think that will get a release. My Oni Girl. That's another. I see that at the film festivals. Oh, this is another interesting one. There is. Oh, okay. It's a Gintama recap movie. If it'd been a new Gintama movie, I could see them potentially trying to push Gintama. But it's a recap.
It might actually work.
True.
It's a recap.
It's a recap. I could potentially, maybe just at the film festivals. Kigaganagami. This is story. I'm not sure that. I know I've done this before, and someone was like, "No, that's a movie from a franchise." So I don't know. That I don't think there's a major studio behind that one. Rabbit's Kingdom, the movie. So I presume that is a franchise that already exists. I was like an idol band. I doubt that will receive any release over here. Kobe Barakuna. Looks interesting from the poster. So that could be a maybe, probably film festival. Something that my friend Jeff would really like. Irish the movie, Full Energy. I can tell you now.
I think they're going to see that. They're not going to release it here, so they're going to Japan to see it.
So our friend Jeff is going all the way to Japan to see this movie. So I doubt that will receive any movie. And Yomi Cell, the movie, that looks like it's some sort of kid. Oh, I think it's a Korean-made franchise. I doubt that. Maybe film festival. I think that's all that they can hope for. And that is all the movies. Yay! Yippee! Yippee! God, how many people were saying yippee this weekend? It's like, Miyagi-kun, you're the only one saying it. Now everyone's like, yippee! It became very meta very fast.
You've got a high concentration of neurodiverse people there. I'm quite sure we're going to go yippee!
So, talking about anime conventions, we were at an anime convention this weekend that's just gone.
You tell I was so fucking tired.
Yeah, that's why we're tired. That's why we're having to drink during this episode. But we wanted to get the episode out in a decent time. Not so much about the vlog. I've got half the vlog ready. Today I've made half the vlog, half the website, and I've already said to our third party, I've said, tomorrow I think I'm having a Tim day. I'm having a Godzilla day. But we should talk about Kokorocon before Tim has his Tim day and uploads his podcast at the same time.
Go to work.
Yeah. Kokorocon, what did you think?
It was really, really, really good again.
This is my third time going. This is a newish anime. Well, it's third time, I guess you can say it's been running a while now. It's run, caused by the famous Daddy Baker. And, I remember my first time going, I was a bit like, this convention is either going to be like really, really or really, really good. And I went and they gave it all a real hee-ho. And I was like, yeah, this con's going to go somewhere. This con, I feel this really has some promise. And came back the second year. I actually stayed in a hotel this time. And yeah, I actually had a really nice time the second time around. I mean, I still think Miyani-Con is a better con. But then they do have about another 28 years of experience and a more panel focus, which I'm more personally like. But I will say, in a weird way, Kokorocon has become the perfect sort of like post-Miyani-Con.
Yeah.
Because it's more laid back. At Miyani-Con, you are running around, going to panels, doing panels. Like now I'm doing like all the filming for the Masquerade. Especially those first 2 days at Miyani-Con. It just felt like I had like commitment after commitment after commitment, and the Sunday I just had such a big chill and it was amazing. And I was almost like, I just want to.
Both of us were saying that we're taking Kokorocon chill.
Yeah, so that's unfortunately why there is a vlog, but we haven't got any full Masquerade or talent show video. So we do apologize to those people.
We were tired. We decided pretty early on that we were having a chill Kokorocon because Miyani-Con got really busy.
Yeah. Which was really good Miyani-Con. It was just that we felt it afterwards. And I went to quite a lot. Did you go to any panels at Kokorocon?
Actually, no.
You had such a chill time. You forgot to go to any panels. I mean, you went to some of the thingy events. So I did human cosplay chests. The human cosplay bingo, sorry. the chest somewhere else, and that actually
Daddy doesn't do cross chest.
no, he hasn't done cross chest yet.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year, just Danny Baker in his bunny outfit, just as the king. And he was really the cosplay bingo was really fun because a lot of people showed up. It was actually a really good icebreaker. I talked to loads of people in there. It's funny because I actually helped people on 2 separate boxes. The "Are you from real life?" was one of them, and the other one is "You are a VTuber." I'm technically still a VTuber on hiatus, so I was able to help people tick that one off. So yeah, that was really cool. And trying to remember what other events I did. Of course, the opening ceremony was a lot of fun. The ChatGPT Kokorocon, according to ChatGPT, was really funny.
That was hilarious.
I mean, just getting more dodgy. They just kept putting more words in, and they're like 18 plus edition, and then it just went not safe to work, and he just starts going on about the chairman having a death. And a load of stuff that we cannot say on camera. And that was really good. And what else did we? Just trying to remember. I saw so much stuff. I'm not trying to remember. Oh, and then I did the drink and draw by my good friend Sarah, and it was a real good time. Even though I didn't
really curse thing.
I drew some really cursed stuff. Everybody in there had a really. I found that with all the panels, every panel I went to, everyone was just chill as hell. So I think I'm going to do a little side tangent here. I'm going to call it the food of Kokorocon. We can talk about all the amazing restaurants that are like either right next to the convention or walking or a tram trip away. We went to Hooters. What did you think of Hooters?
Hooters-tastic.
Hooters actually gives you lots of food. I do understand it's not everyone's cup of tea, but if you're willing to go for a laugh, you will be fed well. So the food was actually pretty good quality. I will still say I think Bunk has better food and is nearer. Yeah. But I'm glad I tried Hooters. But it's not worth the tram trip when Bunk is right next to you. I do personally think Bunk does slightly better food and is nearer. I had Popeye's breakfast. And who would have thought that Popeyes would do such amazing breakfasts? They do really, really nice hash browns. And of course, we got Jolly Bees. I had a Jolly Burger. I had no chicken. I had no chicken from either Jolly Bees.
I did. I ordered a bucket on Sunday night.
How many pieces of chicken do you get in a Jolly Bees bucket?
Either 6 or 8.
Were they good Jolly Bees chicken or not so good Jolly Bees chicken? Or was it the good stuff?
It was good.
Jolly Bees has been a bit hit and miss, and unfortunately the last few times it's been miss. So I kind of gone off their chicken a bit. So that's why I only went to get I got a Jolly Dog and the Jolly Burger. So I'm happy to hear that their chicken's starting to get back on point. So I actually may order some next time.
Both a bit mad, but
yeah. The
peach mango pies are delicious.
Yeah, everyone says about that. They really like the pies. I did end up in McDonald's one of the night. Oh, I kept walking past this chicken place, and it looked like one of them crappy chicken places. And it reminded me of the one at MCM. So on the last night, I was like, I'm actually going to go there because I really like crappy chicken shops, because normally you go and you'd be really surprised that their chicken.
Haven't you got the chicken shop called Shop in London?
Yeah, I think just in London there's just a lot of the people who seem to run chicken shop are really passionate about what they're doing, and actually, some of them make some really good chicken. So I thought, this is going to be some hidden gem. Absolutely crap, absolutely terrible. It's like I had the chicken was just so plasticky. It was so disappointing, and it was really expensive. Comic-Con, because I went in there and the guy was like, hey, you do know you're gonna have to have £2 more for like chips and a drink. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. And I was like, it's like £8 for only 3 pieces of chicken and like chips. And I like the guy at MCM around the corner of MCM. I swear that's what he charges for 4 pieces. And he says chicken's good, and he gives you a shit ton of chips. This guy literally shoved all the chips in one box with the chicken. So it wasn't even like, you know, at MCM you get your box of chips, you get your box of chicken, you get your drink. It's like the best thing. You sit next to that statue, you watch certain people do really stupid
stuff. They let you go sit next to that statue.
Yeah, they let you. And yeah.
I went to Pizza Punks on Friday night.
Ooh, how were they?
It was really nice.
What do they actually sell there?
Cocktails and pizzas, but they're all different flavours. Because you got your regular pizzas and you got your more interesting pizzas.
Yeah. That's really good.
With a friend, I shared some.
Yeah.
I shared like a Hawaiian because I like Hawaiian. I like Hawaiian pizza and a Mexican pizza was like salsa, guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos.
Yeah.
On a pizza. Really nice.
Splendid.
And cocktails.
I
think I get picked up this cocktail that I had.
I think Nottingham is cocktail town because every single damn restaurant seems to want to sell you a cocktail. It's like, hey, here's a cocktail. Oh, I know, but it's just so many. Like, you'll go, we are a chicken shop who also sells cocktails. We are a burger shop that also sells cocktails.
This cocktail was on fire.
You seem to getting a lot of drinks out on fire. We did it at MianiCon, didn't we? That magic bar. Bar.
You keep a lot of things happen with you. I keep having fires on them. Then I came back to Funk with a cocktail umbrella in my fucking Marcel plat.
Yeah.
Fucking funny.
I thought you'd accidentally put it there, and I had to inform her. I was like, you have a cocktail. Your cocktail. Like, I know. I would say your Michelle cosplay was really, really good. A lot of people were saying that.
I know. I really like that cosplay.
Yeah, you really.
Well, I rushed that in about a few weeks.
Yeah.
Because my brother has 2 3D printers. I thought, big brother.
Yeah.
How many 3D printer stuff? It's like, yes, please. Yeah,
you looked really good in the costume. And it was nice to see that there were other cosplayers from the same franchise.
Yeah.
So it's nice when you can say, hey, look, other people like the same sort of things I do. There were lots of actually really good cosplayers.
People coming up to me saying they like my cosplay.
Yeah. And you met the other elf girl.
Yeah. I did T-pose at them.
Yeah. But yeah. But he was a really. So I'm trying to think what other events I went to. Now we've had the food saga where the story is everything was good except for that one damn chicken shop that Tim decided.
The talent show.
Talent show was good. A lot of talent.
I think on Saturday night, I think I defaulted to Toad voice.
You did. She kept talking. Was it because of that girl did the Toad performance?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
I found it really flipping hilarious.
Beverly Hills is where. There was lots of really good performers. I would say, like really talented people. Like, it was a really long show actually. I had to leave because there was a panel I really wanted to go to, and I needed to make sure I was there in time. Which was the VTuber panel, which was a really lovely panel, actually. I got to see someone I hadn't seen in a long time. I worked with them very early on, before Anime in UK, and they actually remembered us, and it was just really nice to see them again. And yeah, it was really, really cool. What else did I go to on Saturday? I bought one sticker from the dealer's room. I can't believe that. Like the least I've ever bought from an anime convention. I mean, there's a lot of the people in there I'd already seen, like, over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, the only things that I'd really bought from Kokorocon Dealer's Room, because that bar was draining me dry of all the beer I was buying.
I bought nothing from the bar.
£6.50 for a pint.
I remember that my friend, she once bought me a drink there. And when they gave her the price, she was like, "What? That's how much a Coke is?" And I was almost like, "I'll pay it." She's like, "No, I really want to buy you a drink." And I was like, "Okay." Actually, that friend wasn't there this time. Oh, I don't know. She must have been busy. But
all that I really bought was some stickers, a couple of art cards, and a couple of plushies. And they gave me a free box of Pocky.
oh, there was a really good store that had a load of like Gachapon. I had some Evangelion Gachapon, like mini Gachapon figures. They're not quite Gachapon, they're like in the little boxes. The little sweet figures. I kind of wish I'd bought some, but I just, in the end, I was like, well, maybe I just have a convention where I buy next to nothing and be a good boy. Rebecca's gone off to do something. Here we are.
Things like Tim's. There's something in it. There's something in this bag which has that I've got.
Beverly Hills. Oh yeah, I would have bought that, but there was only one of one.
I beat you to it.
Yeah, one of the artists, she has like a drawing.
Vicky XD.
Yeah, Vicky XD has. You bought all the good art. I bought something. I did still buy something for her because I did name that tune with her partner. Yeah, I saw them. I was like, Rebecca's got to buy them. Yeah, I was about to say Iron Blooded Orphans. Like, no, not the Iron Blooded Orphans. The Witch from Mercury cast. I don't know why I was thinking. I think because I was thinking of the openings from Iron Blooded Orphans. But yeah, it was nice to have a rest on my wallet. And I'm just trying to think of the other events. So the talent show, we've already said, was really good. I'm trying to think, was there any panels I went to earlier on the Saturday? I don't think there was. I think the talent show was like the main thing. I may have forgotten about something. Sorry if I have. And then on Sunday, I got up early to do Name That Tune. We came second. And considering it was 10 o'clock and I had a really good time partying, I actually survived to the hentai panel. What did you think of the hentai panel?
Not as good as last year, but it was still good.
Yeah, because everybody just went on about last year's one. And I think what Daddy Baker was saying, he kind of said, yeah, last year's one was just like pure peak. You know, I realised I'm never going to outdo that one. There were some funny moments. I'm glad that I did sit up for it. It was quite funny for what we saw. And it actually was nice staying to the end of one of the parties. The atmosphere in the emo party was actually really good. Even though I'm not really into rock and emo music, there actually was loads of songs that I remembered and actually hold up to this day.
Sure does.
So it actually was a really, really good time. It was nice partying with a load of people and getting to party as Panchita.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun. And a lot of people seem to be having a lot of fun with me. And I even ended up... I ended up staying up till 4 o'clock that day. That's
because you were out partying outside.
I went outside the convention to carry on my partying. My roommate was very confused because he's normally like, you're one of the first ones to bed. So, like, you know, I wanted to try something a bit different. I thought, I'm at a party con. Let's try it out. Let's try some routines out. And it was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I think I'm one of these people, I can do it for one night, but I can't do it for all three. Like, I'm going to bed at 11 the other 2 nights, but there'll be one night I will just stay up till 4 to partay.
Yeah.
I had loads of lovely chats with people. Of course, I can't really go into detail what I've said to those or what was said in those things, but there was a lot of really nice hearts to hearts, especially with anime in the UK doing so well recently. We do have lots of big decisions to make, and I guess of life changing overall. Some people actually gave me some like really lovely advice and really like it's really nice. So I do say that I met so many new people. I was really fun trying out more of my social skills with people, and yeah, lots of people actually gave me a lot of compliments about how nice I was. Considering that I think there was one incident that there was something not particularly nice happening, and the people who I was with, who I actually at the time didn't overly know, was saying, you know, how comforting I was actually being to the situation. So it was actually really nice to hear, especially when you're meeting new people. I just sat down and had this whole like half an hour conversation with this one random girl about robins, the little birds.
Yep.
We had a whole conversation.
We had some once in the garage.
Yeah.
One actually nested and helmet once.
Yeah. Like I just didn't know. I don't think this girl didn't even really know anyone at this table, but she was just sketching a bird, and he said we ended up talking about robins, and we talked about a few other things, but it was just like a really nice experience, just like chatting to people. There was one guy I was chatting to quite a few times. I think he'd just seen me around a few times. I had a really touching someone I'd not seen for a very long time. Some very sad things happened to him during the pandemic. But we had a really lovely chat at the end. And I felt really bad. I didn't realise it was him. I would have definitely come up a lot earlier. But it was really lovely to see him again. And I do hope he does come back to the next Kokorocon. And I'm just remembering the event I didn't talk about was Quiz Smash, which I came fourth at after doing really terrible. I was terrible in the first half. I think because I went with Pepper, and I think she was beating me for a good chunk of it. And I slowly started coming up in the last round, and I think I managed to get back into the top 20 going into the last round. And I had an absolutely insane question streak. I think I had a 9 question streak in the last round, and then considering some of those last 5 questions are 100 points each, I managed to like claw myself back up the leaderboard. And yeah, I actually finished third in the main game because Keith came third overall, so he counted as the stage game. So yeah, I actually managed to go on stage and actually get a prize. I actually got an Easter egg, which I've not eaten yet. I actually may eat after this. It's a white
Nice downstairs.
Yeah, I got my main Easter egg and the Easter egg I won, so I'm like, oh, I may actually crack into that white Easter. It was heartbreaking because the person before got to choose, and they're like, I'm gonna have the Freddo one. I'm like, no. And I was like, oh wait, the other one's white chocolate. Yeah, you can take that. Freddos are amazing, but white chocolate is also amazing. And it was just really nice. Good little bit of banter. It's a fun quiz. It's just always funny how I screw it up at the end, and this time I did the opposite. I screwed up the first half and ended up coming back in the second half. So at least I placed at Quiz Smash, I can say that. And yeah, we had a really nice closing ceremony where we sadly found out that the con will be going on a bit of a hiatus after the next edition. But I personally think...
Let's check the dates for next edition.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're changing the dates. Yeah.
Because I think having kids around at like an anime convention where it goes a bit wild...
Yeah. is not the best idea.
It's me for disaster.
Yeah. And we're not...
And from like kids of 16...
Yeah.
Sharing a convention where there's loads of kids... God, those are the worst people to share a convention with.
Yeah.
Christians and their founders types, totally okay. Kids,
yeah.
Families of kids, nuh-uh.
Yeah. As I said, there's going to be, I think Alex made the right choice here, announcing that is going on a hiatus before the cons happen. Remember this a few years ago with Kokorocon? They did the same thing, but they only announced it at the end of the con that this was going to be the hiatus. And I think you were there as well. We had a good little chat.
Alex didn't want to get burnout.
Yeah.
We didn't get burnout.
Which is someone who has have to deal with similar issues recently. I was like, dude, I seriously understand why you feel this. And but I said I had a really lovely con, and I said I'm giving you a good review. I'm not going to moan about the lights being too blue.
Lights are barely blue this year.
Yeah, you can read it. So legit, I think I only have one mini complaint about Kokorocon.
What?
I think stuff just got really busy. It was like stuff actually still ran really, really well, but it was busier. Like any panel, even like if it was 10 o'clock in the morning, some of them rooms got pretty full pretty fast. And I do believe there may have been a few panels that filled out.
They're limited in space.
Which is understand.
They are limited in space and like hotel limitations because they can't have karaoke because of noise complaints.
Yeah.
The guest list was over. The waiting list was over 400 this year.
Yeah, that's what
Alex said.
Yeah, it does not surprise me.
Over 400 people this year, which is massive. Yeah,
I mean, it was a really good time. As I was saying, you could tell it's just that little bit busier. By the end, the Gophers actually did a really, like the closing ceremony, the Gophers are already really good formations, making sure there weren't like any pushing or anything. So as the convention got on, like the Gopher team actually did do a really amazing job. But as I said, I guess it's a complaint, but it's a good complaint that the convention, like, people really want panels at Kokoro. I think I'm going to run a panel at next Kokorocon because it does. I don't know every year, but
we never do.
I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to make it up.
You know, Daddy Baker will hold you to account for that.
He will. He'll go, Tim, where's my panel? Tim, where's my panel? You said it on your podcast. You're very, very. Me and Daddy Baker go a long way back. Short story short,
it's like I was at ArmeCon and Daddy Baker was there and he said, "How's your vet?" Said it was good. It's like, why is Tim not here?
Sort of thing he would say, actually.
He called you.
He probably calls me.
Said, where were you? Said, why aren't you at Arme?
She's like, why aren't you at Arme, Tim? Come to Arme. I thought you were meant to be some guy who goes to every anime convention. Well, I'll be at Kitacon this year, so. But overall, anything else you want to add to Kokoro?
Kokoro is a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I think the hiatus is going to come at the right time. I will miss the convention, but I can understand where Daddy Baker is coming from. And I'm happy that we're going to have the opportunity to see the convention out the way it deserves to go out and not turn it into some sort of like of course MianiCon's a different beast, like, and even that the committee has changed so much over the years, like people come in and out.
Yeah, they've had committee changes like this year.
Yeah, they had quite a big committee change. I would say the new MianiCon are actually really, really lovely, and we're really lucky to have them. But I can understand it. I think Daddy Baker has put a lot into Kokorocon. And he's personally saying, I think I'd rather do a few than be really good than carry on forever and getting really, really bad. So I'm going to miss it. I hope it does come back in some way or form later on. But hey, we're just going to have an all-out party. Responsible party, I must say that.
Yeah, most people are being responsible this convention.
And I should actually add that to another, Alex spoke very well, gave out some very good advice at that opening ceremony, and I think I will say there was I could see a lot of congoers looking out for each other. We didn't get an random 18-year-old or the random 18-year-old who were like, "Ooh, my first drinking con," end up in the corner of shame. Like, good job, everybody who went. You put on a really good show.
You weren't full of ambulances.
You weren't full of ambulances. I'm sure there's someone who...
dodgy crap.
Yeah.
Gets called out.
It was. I saw the parties. They were wild.
The only person being dodged, unfortunately, found someone whose day job is a policeman, and they got a good bollocking.
Splendid. So it really is showing we are looking.
My nose too.
Those people will be taken care of, and you're saying really good job, everyone. I'm saying that was a really lovely convention. I would still always say I like MianiCon slightly more, but that's my own personal bias. But it was an absolutely sort of amazing sort of like go to an amazing Miani and to then go to an amazing Kokoro, one after the other. Probably is like one of the best. I think the way these two are going, they're up there with that last Iacon. They were that good. Of course, that last Iacon is always going to be something legendary that, I don't think anyone's ever going to quite recapture. But they're up there. They were definitely two of the finest editions of their cons that they ran. Right. I think we're tired. I think we deserve a break. So I am actually working on a project at the moment. Hopefully, maybe I'll talk a bit more about it on the next podcast. We'll hopefully have some more stuff, but some exciting things, of course. We're on Twitter, or X. Oh.
That's the only thing that's acceptable to dead name.
Anime in UK on Twitter. Instagram at Anime UK 0. I think we're on TikTok somewhere. But I gotten to the point where I generally don't care. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's a lot to keep a TikTok.
That's a totally different beast. But it was wonderful. Wonderful seeing you again, Rebecca. Always wonderful. And I'm saying I hope we get some more episodes out this year. And you'll have a good laugh. And hopefully Kaiju number 8 is another hit. And you can sit here and go, well, now I predicted Spy Family, Kaiju number 8. You can just, your list will get longer every year. And go, oh, this year I'm going to look this one up as my... this will be a really big hit. So anyway, always wonderful to see you, wonderful viewers. Until next time, see you again soon. Bye.